team. But then mind you that she has a very good sustainability and survivability as well.
Yes, that's exactly why she wants to go into the lane. If like, oh, if I'm not going to interact
with the Fataling, but landing the Fataling is one problem, and making sure the Firaga armor always on the max is another problem to deal with. So can they make it happen with Kimi on the side? Well, I've seen Kimi a lot of times, so it's not a problem for us to see a hyper Kimi at the same time. We're gonna wait and see, but will it be Ipin? A bit off position on top, almost got himself caught in a turmoil of first blood.
Yep.
But he got himself a huge flicker. There's a lot of flicker on the side of Gflx Indonesia here.
Yeah, that's actually a really good move coming in from Genflix Aerowlf, because they knew that Uranus was actually going to go for an invade just to get information, so they were looking to punish it. So you can see that Genflix Aerowlf are noticing the bad habits of Gflx Indonesia and looking for ways to punish it. They might have actually gotten a free kill there had he not had flicker.
They have read a lot of movement by Gflx Indonesia, and they are kind of predictable at this point. So that's not a good information on the side of Gflx Indonesia. They have to do something. They have to do something out of their comfort zone to just making a little bit chaotic in this scene. I'm talking about making more aggression here, making more towards the offensive side instead of going always the defensive, you know?
Yeah, and it looks like, once again, they're looking for the punish here. Genflix Aerowlf trying to jump onto Ipin. They quickly, Fredo quickly ejectors him in, but Ipin can't get out. And that's first blood going over to Genflix Aerowlf here.
He's going towards the wrong base just now, but there's no way out there. It's just pretty much being, like, this is what I said, like the last game. You seen how Uranus was on a different map this time, but Renosmi, he will be going down here. Very fast flickers away, and just, oh, that last explosion here just now. Just, luckily, Kimi didn't have any item just yet, so he's gonna survive. But again, like I said, this time they know Uranus will be a huge problem. They keep on pressuring the lane where Uranus is in. Even though he is solo, he cannot survive when it's 2v1, or even at this point it's 3v1.
Well, think of it this way. It looks like both of these teams have identified, like, hey, we have to cut the map in half.
Yep.
We're looking to punish opposite sides of the map, and you can see that Genflix Aerowlf, they're going to leave Ruby by herself. As long as she doesn't die to give that free gold, it's fine. She can clear waves, and she can sustain. And the rest of Gflx Indonesia want to play towards this bottom side. However, Genflix Aerowlf, as of right now, because of that level 1 onto Uranus and that lack of flicker, now that it's back up, yes, he can come out of bad situations. However, the damage has already been done.
That's what I said. When you fighting against Uranus, you have to force the lane to be shut down first, and that gives less information for the side of Gflx Indonesia. And they picked Ruby for this sustainability reason. We've seen how Ruby can just sustain. She doesn't need to go offensive. She doesn't need to kill anybody, just as long as she doesn't die and holding on to that lane. But there you go, Fataling has been dropped down, but Luna still managed to finish off Joker, which has no way out just now. They try to go offensive, try to snatch it off for the blue buff, go in for more Fredo. Oh, there's a lot of stuns coming out and CCs, but Fredo's still not being punished here. Bobo and Kuba managed to get one kill down, and that last insanity has been popped, as well as Brilliance. But Clay is running, begging for mercy. Renosmi won't be next, but so far it's pretty much going against counter-attack with another aggression on Gflx Indonesia. It's a great improvement come up from for game number 2 here.
Totally agree here. Both sides are trying to be proactive in the ways they move, and now you can tell just based on the kill score alone, 2-3, that Genflix Aerowlf isn't going to sit down and take this aggression coming in from Gflx. They are willing to bite back, and Gflx, they have to continuously being proactive here. However, when it comes to their catches with Joker, the follow-up is a little slow, but also Genflix Aerowlf have a lot of ultimates that allow them to dodge these abilities. Again, the Brilliance coming out from Clay, allowing him to dodge the Fatal Links entirely, really set the dynamic apart.
Yep, that's kind of true, and straight away they're not wasting more time, but Joker again. Oh, this is hard for him. He's trying to do the plays and do the position right on top of that, but it's just not enough. He doesn't have much stability, not even trying to run away just now. He has a flicker, but once he flickers out, that's it. He has no other options than just dying there. Going for more here, Popple and Cooper going for Clay, but Clay just gonna back off a bit because they are trying to push bottom lane at the same time, opening the map on the side of the bottom jungle, making sure the mid and the bottom was still safe. Nobody actually giving extra hands for X-Ball here.
Yeah, it looks like they're they kind of want to just control this mid lane as much as possible, which allows Renazmi to kind of play around the lane a lot more because his team is so nearby. Geekfam Indonesia, we know that they're kind of switching up their priorities here. Looks like they want to play more towards top side than bottom because they are missing a tier 1. So again, Uranus does need a little bit of help to get back into this game.
Oh, look at Renazmi. He even dived underneath the inhibitor turret, and Fredo will be next. And this is Gfam Indonesia trying to retaliate, and Clay will be stunned and immobilized with that.
Oh!
Huge battling! Beautifully well done by Joker just now, but what still managed to get away from that. They didn't get punished enough, but slowly but surely, Gfam Indonesia trying to crawl themselves up into a good opening here. They're trying to making sure they got back the map that has been lost just now.
Really good frost traps coming in from Wong Coco, putting it right behind them to stop them from actually moving out, to hit that slow, allowing Joker to get a very easy fatal links. But once again, the catches are happening. Joker is really out of position. He gets yoinked back into a perfect execution here. He tries to flicker to safety. Not enough distance. Unable to use his ultimate. I am Jago the next to go down onto the chopping block as Fredo uses that unstoppable force to try and lock him down. But once again, he escapes again. Oh! Ramzu this time is going to hit the dust.
It's a big tug of war going on for mid lane, but at the same time, we're looking at Epin slowly try to push and get back what he has lost on the top lane as well. But on the bottom, they might just gonna push it in. And at the same time, mid lane is a bit of a hard place to stay because we're looking at Lancelot trying to go for the objective here, straight into the turtle pit. But can they actually make it enough time? Buying more time here. Clay and Ray trying to harass and poke. Turtle has been slain by none other than what? He got himself a triple buff at this point. Renazmi trying to open up the map at the same time, just making sure the lane is being controlled. Well done play here by Renazmi. He is not being tempted to get into the wall, being impatient there.
Uh-oh, Clay, he's finally been caught out. He fell for the bait, and Geekfam Indonesia bait Clay into an unwinnable position there. Really nicely done. And let's see how far Geekfam Indonesia can go from this, because they are trying to slowly catch up. They are 4K behind their opponents, 3K now behind Genflix Aerowlf, and they're still in it to win it.
Gfam Indonesia trying to do whatever they can, but it's kind of hard the moment they lost 2 lanes here. All they have left is just middle lane to hold on to, but Renazmi, they need to shut this guy down because we do see how much problem that it's not actually very obvious, but the salty of it is that he knows what he's been doing. He's making sure that he's making it hard for the side lanes to actually go into push. At the same time, making sure the mid lanes are not going way to... Oh, Divine Judgment! Oh, battling straight away! That's a big punishment coming in. Try to go for more. And I am Jaco stuck there as well. It's going to be last incentive pop to nobody except for a bit chop off of Watt's HP. Fredo trying to confuse who he should be aiming for because both of them seems a bit tanky for him. Clay on the other end trying to go for the chaotic offering. Renazmi pulling everybody in, but Ipin is just handful to deal with. They might just get... Oh, that's beautiful execution and John Rose come out from the Lancelot himself.
Yep, they're still going to continue their damage here. They've already taken out 3 members. Nothing to stop Genflix Aerowlf for punishing and really converting those kills into some objective gold here.
Man, what happened to Gfam Indonesia? They had it just now, but they kind of just going downhill, and this is going south super fast.
Yeah, because they're taking fights that they're not prepared for. You can see the position of the rest of Geekfam Indonesia. They really split up, and I am Jago just there was nowhere for him to really kite. Like, he needs a full front to front team fight if he wants to stay relevant and still pump out damage at a safe distance.
So who should they shutting down first? I'm talking about every single person on the side of Genflix Aerowlf has been very well playing their own respective roles here. They want to shut one down. There's another one that's gonna bring a lot of problems later on.
Yeah, and you know, Ipin is coming, looking for information of what's going on here. Watt misses, getting very, very close to actually landing that perfect execution. Now he's just jumping away, even with 3 thrown throws. He notices that it's a little too much. The backline's in trouble. The last insanity from coming in from Ramzu. The first kill onto I Am Jago. This is huge for Genflix. Aerowlf, as the backline is now in trouble. Wong Coco in, going to get taken a full blast of that 3 thrown roll. Another perfect execution off the reset. They secure another kill into Ipin here. The backline is completely gone. So they start cutting down the front line as Fredo and Clay have completely chunked them out. Clay, especially with the darkness, securing one more. That's going to be a 4-0 in favor of Genflix Aerowolf. They're going to be knocking on to Gfam's door saying, hey, we're going to end this game soon. What can you do?
This is a huge hammerbird drop down. We're talking about, look at that Luna chaotic offering. He just keep on giving a lot of few burst damage. At the same time, Renazmi been zoning every single person out what they aiming for. They straight away going for a backline. I Am Juggle has been aimed straight from the start there. No way out at all. And they don't just, you know, they don't care about Joker or Ipin at the same, like whoever in the front line, they just go straight towards the black line, especially Ward.
Yeah, it's so difficult for I Am Jago to play here. He probably should have picked a marksman like Claude, who is a lot easier to play. However, Jawhead is a major issue no matter what marksman he decides to play, because that unstoppable force, Flicker, is not going to save you. And the moment Fredo is on top of you, he will flick you back into the enemy team.
It's like nowhere to run or hide at this point for the side of Gfam Indonesia. They had a good counter attack just now, but look at Fredo. He is just, holy smoke, that took 3 people plus a wolf to take him down on the bought so much time for the team, tossing it out, and now they're trying to go for more. And what is arriving soon? Slashes out one Coco in a dash, and just a torn rolls away. They might just finish this one game. Ipin have to just teleport himself, force teleport. No way for him to actually cut the creep wave or the minion wave at this point. 2v5, yeah, 2v4, and it's all down to no damage dealer, 2 tanks left. What can they do?
It looks like they're going to muscle their way into this. They can look to end this game because they still have 10 full seconds. However, the waves are getting cleared out really, really fast. They take an inhibitor here. 3 members still haven't respawned. 2 very, very soon. They're looking to end it as quick as possible. The perfect execution takes out the Atlas, and now they get pulled in by the Fatal Links. Brilliance being used by Clay. He quickly needs to transform, but luckily they end the game before it gets way too heated. It's going to be 2-0 for Genflix Aerowolf, still sitting on top.
Did you see it just shut down the whole lane entirely? That's what they did, and that Uranus cannot do anything more.